Hi, this is Bhavna, and you're watching India Today. With me today is Dhairya, who has kept a lot of dhairya in terms of getting the right kind of projects and films. And he is now basking in the glory of his latest release, Gyarah Gyarah, with me. He is going to talk about his journey. First, a huge welcome. How are you?
Thank you, Bhavna. Lovely meeting you. Looking forward to this chat and thank you for this kind introduction.
No, but it is right. Like I was just thinking, Dhairya आपका नाम है and आपने काफी धैर्य दिखाया है in terms
Quite
of
true to
just...
my name.
Yeah.
And also, you have no choice.
That is true.
Especially when you don't come from within the
Yeah.
industry, you have to have some sort of patience.
Absolutely, and you've kind of had the right. Like I feel you're someone who has your head on the shoulder in the terms of you're not rushing towards success. You are taking your time because you're choosing your projects correctly and what you think is right, which is very difficult in this industry. What is keeping you this patient and this like correct?
I'd like to have success earlier, but if I can't, then I'd like to think of myself. I'm in the long haul. There's no need to rush because also, Bhavna, the business that I'm in, that you can't erase the wrong choices then.
Absolutely.
It's there for eternity, permanence. So you have to choose your step. Again, not every step I'm going to take. This is something that I think of and I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll falter. But to me, up until now, whatever choices have made sense to me.
Absolutely.
Or that I collaborate with the right filmmakers, the right producers, the right actors, and fortunately, I've been just in part of some really great stories up until now. It's been slow. I'd like to move things faster, expedite them. But yeah, I'm in here for the long haul.
Absolutely, but like you said, you absolutely nailed it when you said that you've been part of some good projects which have really given you some great parts, but somehow I feel you still did not get the due that you thought perhaps you would get from those projects. When you look in retrospect, why do you think that did not happen, or did you get disappointed by the fact that okay, I thought this could do something for my career, which it did maybe in a small way, but the expectation that you have of yourself is sometimes more than what really happens.
So when a release comes around, your expectations really go through the roof, and a lot of times you lose objectivity because you get so emotionally involved in it that you want, because ultimately you want success, you want recognition. That's what everybody wants, and there's no shying away from it. So when a release comes close, your expectations really shoot through the roof, and when the reality doesn't match, also when a little time passes, you get that objectivity that you can rationally think around it, that why this didn't work, or it didn't go accordingly as I'd expected it to be. And now when I look at it, I was part of important stories, maybe important parts, but I wasn't central to the part. And I feel, at least my understanding up until now, is that until the audiences don't emotionally root for your character, or don't connect with you, and to a certain extent you have to be a central part of the story as well. It's like the success is proportional. How much are you part of the story is how much success are you getting. To some, I mean, I could be wrong, but at least that's my understanding.
No, but
so
it's a trial and error for you as well, because you are also, like you said, when you come from a place where there's no strong backing from an insider per se, you learn, you fall, you get up and you learn. And that is
exactly. It's a journey of learning and growing, really. You live and you learn. And there's no regret. I mean, really, it's just going to take a little bit longer. That's all. That's all. If I just keep my dhairya intact, I'll be around.
Named you.
I'll be around.
You will be for sure, especially in today's time when we see almost the kind of content that has been experimented, the kind of people who are taking chances with new comers, artists who have potential but haven't gotten the platform that they deserve. I think it's only time that things will come to you. Gyarah Gyarah is one such example. I think, like you said, was choosing Gyarah Gyarah also a reason of this reflection where you thought that, okay, fine, here I play a very central character who requires a lot of action to do as well, in terms of just who is an active participant in the narrative and not just in the shadows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the part I've been waiting for, really. It's a part which comes around rarely when you're starting out. Because it takes trust for a filmmaker, for a director to put that faith in you, in somebody who's still finding his feet, who hasn't really proven. But again, you need an opportunity to prove yourself. Right. So I've worked my way through the 4 films I've had before Gyarah Gyarah to earn this opportunity. This is an opportunity I've waited for, I've yearned for, and I feel I've earned it. I've earned it. I've given it all that I could, and I really want to thank my producers, Guneet, Achin, Karan, Apurva, and especially Umesh sir. Really, he really held my hand through everything. He's been such a joy to work with. So really credit to them of trusting me with this. That and high time somebody would trust me with a part like that, and I feel. The response has been great up until now, just from the general audiences.
And what about the industry?
Industry as well. I've been again very fortunate that a lot of people in the first week itself have watched it.
Wow.
Producers and directors have reached out to me, which is again very satisfying. At the same time, I would feel the biggest takeaway from this is that you get a part, you perform, you take that opportunity, and then it's encouraging.
Yeah.
It's motivating that here's a part you waited for, you got it. Now you have the validation that you've done justice to your part, and now it motivates me. It gets you like you're hungry for more.
Yeah.
That yes, I want this. I'm on like it gives you a validation that you're on the right path. Absolutely. That you've done something right.
Yeah, yeah. But when things don't work out, as per your expectation, it's not like it's not working out completely, but like as per your expectations, I know it does take a toll on your confidence. You might lose, like, you might be like, am I doing it right? Maybe I should I just change the gear? Should I do something more cliche, which everyone else is offering? And you might have had to say no to a couple of things as well. You kind of do get tempted sometimes to just surrender and be like, oh my God, if nothing is work out, let me just take anything that is coming my way. How do you not give in to that temptation or to that feeling, which fleeting moments I'm sure it must come?
See, you'll have to weather the storm. It's not going to be sunny every day. There'll be rain, there'll be hailstorms, it's going to be cold. Yeah. So you'll see all days. What keeps you going is your inherent sense of belief that I can do this. Yeah. That opportunity will come my way. And it's this real confidence that really, and self-belief, which will give you the courage to say no to stuff that you don't want to do. Because again, like I said, there'll be times when you're not working as much as you want to, and the opportunities that you want are not flowing your way. Yeah. So your mind is going to wander a bit. Absolutely. But I've never really had that doubt. I've been very clear of the work I want to do, and hence I've just chosen the work that I've done up until now. That has never really moments where scarcity of the right work hasn't led me, or has never really wobbled my foundation of doing something that I don't want to do. I've been very clear of that, and also that comes from a sense of backing that my family's got my back, and there are my friends, and I don't have to resort to doing something that I don't want to do. Yeah. That's my privilege. Yeah. So I'm privileged that way, but it also comes from a lot of self-belief, support system around me that really just motivates me to keep you going.
So are you from Mumbai, or are you from
No, I'm from Jaipur.
Right? Like I'm from like my family is also from Jaipur. So yeah. I know that there are always, I don't know if your family was like that, but I think there's certain reservations that they have about this industry, also because they don't know this industry. Yeah. We have all just heard about it on TV. Yeah. So there's a certain perception that they have. So the first time you broke to them that, okay, fine, I want to do this, did they take it well?
They were very supportive. ये ना बिल्कुल opposite हो रहा है कि नहीं होता कि छोटे शहर के लोग बोलते हैं कि कहाँ जा रहा है वो तो अब जानते नहीं, वो देश ही अलग है. But नहीं यहाँ पे तो nobody was holding Simran back. Like Simran तू जा जी अपनी जिंदगी. From day one, so I've been really fortunate that way, and it's this real support that first. I had that courage of coming to Bombay because I had my family's backing and blessings.
Absolutely.
So to be here, to really continue to strive through all the obstacles that Bombay is going to challenges that it's going to throw your way, you need the support system.
Yeah.
So I've been fortunate that I've had the support system, and hence I've been hanging around, and I will always hang around till I make it.
I like that, and you should. I mean, it's only time. Like I said, Dhairya, I
it's
think
happening.
People are
Listen,
taking,
it's happening.
Yeah, people are already taking notice. Like you said, industry people are calling you after watching Gyarah Gyarah, and I think that is a positive sign. I don't think that has happened so quickly for you in the past project.
Correct.
So this is a very good sign.
Yeah, the closest I probably this reaction I would have gotten is around Gehraiyaan. But then again, here, first time. Such flying reviews. A lot of times it has happened that I've had releases where I'm not reviewed, but again, I'm not holding that against me because I have an objectivity of looking at it, that my part wasn't that big enough. So how do you review me?
Yeah.
It's the first time where I'm out there.
Yeah, they can't not review.
You have to have an opinion on me now. Good, bad, ugly. You have to have an opinion on me, and thankfully it's been all good.
Yeah. Yeah, and also it gave you an opportunity to show a different side to you, which was more like, very much like you mentioned, like a very central and integral part where you get to play different facets of the same character. And I think that is why you're getting such glorious reviews as well, But tell me, because it's also a remake of a Korean drama, did you happen to sort of ever watch because you need a reference, or you wanted to give it your own spin, so you refrained from?
I started watching it, few minutes in it, and my director messaged that please don't watch it. I was like, what? I thought I'll do my cheat and homework and be ready and impress my director with it. But me, Kritika, Raghav and me, I think we're all good students. We listen to Umesh sir really well. And we really believe in him and how he's really taken care of us. So, and at the end of the day, it's his vision. And he's coming from a sense he has better understanding of the material.
Correct.
So when he tells you to not watch it, I mean, he's really taking care of you.
Yeah.
Don't be influenced by another performance.
But did you watch it post shooting?
No, post. So now I'm just Gyarah Gyarah. now Gyarah Gyarah is the original for me. And also, Bhavna, you'll see a lot of comments of copy and
No,
signal
but I
remake.
was actually coming to this, that this is actually a good adaptation,
right?
And not remake is how we loosely say it, because that's the most, that is how people understand it. But I feel like this is a good adaptation because a lot of things are very different.
Correct.
Within the narrative.
The essence is the same.
Yeah. The idea is...
idea and the essence is the same, but it's so culturally rooted. All the characters are so different. Just as a society, as a culture, we interact and behave and emote very differently. Of course, the sadness and the happiness, the major emotions are the same, but how you react, how you communicate is very different.
Plus the situations are very different.
Very different. You see how the language is so authentic when you play with it, and just the whole landscape and where it's rooted. So we really approach this as an original rather than just really copy paste and just
No, but I think that those comments also come from a place where they've not seen it completely.
Yeah.
It's only when you watch
and
the
maybe
show.
Somebody there's this section of fans who've really adored it and really loved it, and to them I'd say give it a chance. We've really put our heart and soul in it, and we've approached this as an original. So the essence is the same, but still, there are so many stories around. Now we've had several adaptations of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Across languages.
Who do you
do we
figure
get bored of it?
Yeah.
No. A good story will travel and has to. That's the whole reason why it's traveling and why there are so many adaptations of it, because it's a good story. It connects with everybody around the world.
When you spoke about Shaurya and the fact that he entered, when he entered the police force as a cop, he was someone who was very naive, and things and life happened to him and he changed. I believe that happens to most of us. We enter
Yeah.
we at a certain age. We are all very naive and very like, everything is gonna be hunky dory until life happens, and
Yeah.
then I think a decade later you're just like, oh my god, I don't even recognize the person that I was perhaps
Yeah.
10 years back.
Yeah.
As Dhairya has that, because and this industry does that a lot more.
Yeah.
Because you're always in the public eye, everyone is always questioning your next move. Media is always questioning
Yeah.
what are you going to do next, or always going to ask you about your previous. I mean, that's just the nature of this industry, right? It's easy to become skeptical and cynic in itself,
Very easy. Very
and
easy.
to sort of change. We have seen a lot of people change in this industry over the
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
How do you keep that authenticity still intact? Because it is difficult.
It's certainly difficult. It's certainly easy to be cynical, have a sense of entitlement in your head that I've been here a long time. I know my job. I look a certain way. Why am I not getting these opportunities? That's easy.
Yeah.
Now, where the conscious effort comes in is that you have to protect your positivity and your belief more
Yeah.
than anything that out of all these odds, I'll make it. Also, I have some objectivity that, I know the odds that I'm playing against.
Yeah.
Nobody forced me to come to Bombay.
True.
I knew this. So now, what am I complaining about? A lot of people don't get opportunities. I've had 4 films and I've had 5 major releases with big people, big production houses. I should be counting my blessings. Why should I be like, and that'll happen. Now, if I look in retrospect, when I started on day one, my day one film, I was like, man, this is too far away. How's it going to happen? And when I didn't have anything, I was like, when is the first film going to happen?
Yeah.
Now on my 5th release, so I am growing. I just have to compare my journey with my previous self.
Absolutely.
Like, where was I earlier, rather than comparing with the other self,
Correct.
and that really protects you and keeps your intentions, your energy, your positivity intact, and always be in touch with your roots. I go back home very often, stay in touch with your family, your friends. And these are the people, this is the foundation where you build your dreams on.
Absolutely.
You need to have a solid foundation, because here, and every work really has your ups and downs. It's easy in the downs to,
Always. And
it can mess around with your head, your
Yeah.
sense of belief, and that will happen. It's not to say that my sense of belief is bulletproof. You'll have your bad days, but then how quickly do you get back up? It's that. So and again, it's a process, really. It's a
I can
process.
understand, yeah.
It's not like I've figured it all out, or anybody has.
It's a work in progress every day, I think.
Always.
right?
It'll never be that, hey, I figured it out.
Yeah.
That never
But
will happen.
I mean, I have heard this a lot from people, because I am from Mumbai. I perhaps don't understand this too much, but maybe you can help me understand this. When you don't have your support system in proximity, in like around you all the time, like your parents and your family around, they are there, but they are in Jaipur.
Correct.
So
No,
how
physically here.
a lot of people sometimes say that Mumbai can get very lonely, especially when you first come here, when you're trying to find your space and your time and your place within the city. Were there moments of isolation that you also had to go through? How do you deal with that?
There's truth in that, certainly. This city can get overwhelming, especially when you don't have people in close proximity who you can sit with, spend some time. It does. And now just Bombay growing on you is also a journey.
Yeah.
There are so many journeys we're on, man. Like people say, it's a journey. Enjoy the process. Enjoying the process is the process itself.
So true. That is true.
It's
It
a
is only after
journey.
you're done and when
It's
you
a-
sort of like reach a level, that's when you can say that, okay, fine, the process was this. But when you
जब
are
तक
in it,
कुछ नहीं करा या जब तक कुछ मिला नहीं है तब तक it's all
I
philosophy.
I
And
get
जब मिल गया तब बोल रहा है यार इसने तो कर लिया इसलिए बोल रहा है
हाँ.
इतनी आसानी से. तो nobody's figured it out. Everybody's figuring it out. But now when I look back at my early days, maybe it was that real fire in me that to
Yeah.
do something that I just got through those days keeping busy. Because I didn't come from any acting background, I knew that I have to really
Yeah.
work hard at this, learn this skill. So that's how I spend most of my time. And you'll have, of course, your days where bad auditions, things don't work out, right opportunities are not coming
Yeah.
your way. But okay, you will get through it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I feel one thing probably I've learned in all these years that tension mat lo yaar.
टेंशन लेके वैसे ही कुछ नहीं
कुछ
होना
होता ही नहीं है पता है, we are just really messing around with our own head, wasting time. It's a waste of time. अगर टेंशन लेके कुछ हो रहा होता ना अभी तक तो हॉलीवुड
तो
पहुंच चुका होता है.
सच में मैं भी वही बोलने
पहुंच चुका
वाली
होता है अभी
थी.
तक. कोई फायदा नहीं है.
No, but also tell me, you when which is that one project which really had a very distinctive sort of impression on you, where you learnt a lot, because like you said, each project has been a journey for you. But ऐसे कुछ projects होते हैं जो आपका पूरा perspective change कर देते हैं in terms of what you really want. I feel like you start off knowing that okay, I want to reach here, but there are certain projects that are special because they really teach you a lot. आपकी पूरी फिल्मोग्राफी में अगर मैं ऐसा एक प्रोजेक्ट पूछूं जो अभी तक has a very long lasting impression on you, which one is that?
हर प्रोजेक्ट से कुछ ना कुछ लर्निंग
But
मिलती है.
one,
अगर
like,
वन कहूँगा तो वो गहराइयाँ होगा.
Okay.
Because first time where you're part of the principal lead characters, you're important to the story, you're working in a close proximity with the director, with your other co-actor. Not to say that didn't happen earlier, but the fact of the matter is that that was the biggest part,
Yeah,
and I was playing one of the 4 leads in that.
Yes, yes.
So you're important just in that sense itself. And Shakun's way of working, I was really fascinated and I really admired his work before that. Kapoor and Sons is one of my favorite films.
All of us, yeah.
Yeah, no. And for the right reasons. So when I got to really work with him, that was a dream come true. And just his way of working on set. He'll have a scene written.
Okay.
We'll go on set. We'll rehearse it with the camera on the day. Then you
Okay.
get in your hair, makeup, come shoot it. But if it's not, and he's always curious, always wants to do better,
Okay.
and very collaborative.
I was going to ask.
A lot of now in my experience I haven't, but I've heard a lot of people who write their own stuff are really married with their own words. They don't want to change. But Shakun is not like that at all. He writes his own films and directs them, but at the same time he's so open to ideas.
Right.
What's your take on this? Dhairya, tell me, what do you think? What's your character going to think about this? Okay, this scene is not working, guys. This is good, but let's change it up. So the scene is written a certain way. We've planned it in a certain location. Doesn't change. On the spot, change it. Let's go out. Let's shoot it a different way. So that adaptability of, because up until now, it's like, okay, you've prepped, you've played it in your head. This is how I'm going to play it. But now everything has changed.
Yeah.
And also you're surrounded by fabulous actors. You have Deepika opposite you, so you know that you have to be on top of your
Yeah.
game. But credit to her also, fab actor that you really get along so well. So that was a big learning for me that I can adapt.
Yeah.
I can change when
needed. Yeah.
When needed.
Yeah.
So that was a real
because it
eye
could
opener
be
for me.
challenging,
And
right?
also
Like,
it gives you certain confidence,
Yeah.
that you've performed with opposite a big star in a big film and with the credible, sharp mind director like Shakun. So that gives you confidence, and these are your building blocks really.
Yeah.
When now my next project, I know in the back of my head, even if not consciously, subconsciously, I've done 5 films now.
Yeah. And also
I've got
tomorrow, if
this.
a director comes on the set and tries to change the script, you will be like,
I've done this before.
Been there, so I know I can adapt. And that is what it is. But
Yeah.
what next for you now, Dhairya? Like, what do you want to do next?
What do I want to do? Again, just by going off the recent feedback I've been getting after Gyarah Gyarah, that you really suit in intense action parts. I would love to do that more. I would love to explore that. I think my physicality really helps.
Yeah.
And I've really enjoyed that. That's one. drama is, I think, drama has followed me in every part.
Yeah. Maybe
From
comedy.
war drama, sports
Yeah.
drama, to relationship drama, survival
It's
drama,
time for
and
a
now
comedy
it's
now.
crime thriller drama. So drama, I think,
Yeah.
and drama is exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Wherever
And-
there's conflict, you want to watch that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So drama, I think, always just your love drama. I've grown up watching rom-coms. I want to be part of a rom-com now.
rom-com तो बन
बनती
ही
नहीं
नहीं
है
रहे
यार।
यार, मतलब
It's my
generally,
favorite, actually, as a viewer. That's my favorite genre.
It's my go-to always.
No?
I mean, when
What's
you
your
are
favorite rom-com film? Okay, name
there
a couple,
too many,
whatever you
यार,
can.
जाने तू या जाने ना, ये जवानी है दीवानी, like those are your go-to. I think
Yeah.
कल हो ना is my all-time favorite. I keep telling that I want to start a petition to Karan Johar that can you please re-release that film.
Karan, please.
because it's so good, like you know.
Yeah.
But
So
these
many
are
of
like
them.
your top. Like
Yeah,
every time
DDLJ.
yeah, it's like you
Yeah.
always go back to them.
Correct. Yeah, so rom-coms, action, drama, अच्छा पार्ट हो, अच्छी कहानी हो, तैयार हूँ मैं.
एकदम एंड हम भी तैयार हैं आपको और ज्यादा ऑन स्क्रीन देखने के लिए.
Thank
So
you,
wishing
Bhavna.
you all the very best, Dhairya. I know that only good things are coming your way now, especially after Gyarah Gyarah.
Yes.
You are
already exciting conversations.
are happening, and I hope
are
that it
happening.
manifests into something very solid very, very soon.
Yes. it
And
will.
thank you so much for your
Thank
time
you,
and all
Bhavna.
the very best.